the guru of Squad Double Zero, the assassin like no other. Yes, I'm the best at what you. One of the most notorious YouTube anime and manga community. Don't doubt the infamy, please. Just don't do it. What? UW? Unexpected? Wanda is doing a No Souma review? Yes, indeed I am. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I respect quality. And by the way, I've been caught up to No Souma for months. I've been known to be very critical of No Souma, and that's for good reason, because I really think this series has potential. It's just, finally, we get off of just purely for the entertainment. Ain't no games being played, and we starting to drop philosophical and whatnot. We talking about Shokugeki no Souma, chapter 133. Very pivotal chapter. You know, it rounded up a legendary week in Shonen. Fairy Tail went hardcore last week, okay? Shoot, you had Magi the Labyrinth of Magic dropping that straight fire, bro. You had Toriko Bleach within a seemingly legendary fight right now. A legit fight. Toriko, what needs to be said about Toriko? In doggone One Piece greatness. And then we had No Souma. I was told by Cam John, Charles Anime World. Shout out to Cam. Leader of Squad Double Zero, Final Squad Double Zero Universe. If y'all know him, y'all know how his intro be. Doggone, he like, yo, Wonder, you got to do a review with this here. Now, I was thinking about possibly live reaction, live review, but then I started reading the chapter and whatnot. And my goodness, man! What? It's about damn time. Let me say it again. It's about time. It's about damn time. I've been waiting for a character like this to drop in this series, the entire series. I got to get that out the way. It's been too long. It's been too damn long. For a character like that not to be in the series. You got 133 chapters. Okay? Now, other series, you could say, well, you got series like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, Hajime no Ippo, and da-da-da. But they have other focuses and other styles. And so, it's fine if certain characters don't enter into the series early. But specifically for this series, No Souma, and its current pacing, and what it's trying to portray, this character should have been in here probably a good 40 chapters ago, 40, 50 chapters ago. Seriously. This kind of character, at least. Nakiri Azami. Pure Summary. You know he's the reason for this doggone chapter review. He isn't current. Jump right up in there. Into the vampire himself. I've been calling this dude vampiric since he entered into the story. Since he was introduced. Okay? This dude is currently my second favorite character in the series. Jump right up in there. Right below my dog Pops Jinichiro, okay? And right above my girl now. Yo, my girl now. But yo, this dude Nakiri Azami, okay? First of all, Nakiri Arena's father, and I'm so glad to get all that myth. I've been saying that for a while, okay? Ever since she said father. I'm so glad we get that foolishness out of there with Pops being her father. People were saying that nonsense. That Souma's Pops, Yukihiro Souma's Pops, was somehow the Pops of Arena? No. Get that foolishness. No. That was stupid. That was dumb. But here we have this dude here. Oh my goodness, man. First of all, his appearance, his clothing, his wardrobe choice, okay? All this stuff matters. Straight darkness. The darkness! Now, some want to say instantly that he's a villain. I don't know. But I have been saying for the last few weeks, at least, most Squad Double Zero, that No Souma needs a main antagonist. It has yet to have one. And it is very rare for a series to be able to survive without a main antagonist and be legitimately written. It is one of the most extremely difficult things when it comes to literature, specifically fiction. You almost need an antagonist, a main antagonist. Okay, it's almost a necessity unless you're going very episodic, which this series isn't. You need a main antagonist. And even episodic series often have a main antagonist. Okay? So, take that for what it's worth. Here this dude comes in as the darkness. This dude I'm so hyped about. Because this dude brings a philosophical element to it. The scene where he's talking about let me pull it up, okay? Because there was some let me pull up my reactions in a group page, okay? Let me pull it up because each of them were some big time ones, okay? See if we can pull up all of them. All right, from the beginning, okay? Because this joke had me going crazy, right? And it also affects my review. Let's see. I'm going to build that. Where's my other one? Is this all of them? Whatever. But I said it's truly a vampire. It's the darkness. Okay. This right here. This is what I'm talking about. The shading that was used behind it, the lighting was so significant. This dude comes in, clearly using the an old trope, an old usage in fiction with the black being. But it's not just that he's black. It's not just that he's your stereotypical villain. It's the way that he's drawn, his eyes, everything about him. It contrasts. The contrast is significant right now, in that he just sticks out. He comes in and you get this instant atmosphere that something significant is about this dude. Okay, that's the first part of this whole thing. And he brings a presence that throws off everybody, pretty much. There's this statement that was right on the money. Each of his points of why he was so pivotal in this one, because he's gonna change the game, change the mentality, and hopefully change the perspective and focus of it, especially when he goes heads up with the ideology of Souma, as well as I think he's going to help develop it and mature it. Stuff like this. I simply can't understand those who think anything which uses first-rate ingredients is gourmet food. That's huge. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this kind of goes along with Toriko. Just because you got good, and it kind of goes along, actually, it kind of vibes with what Souma was saying. Because if you remember, what's the girl name? Ikumi. I was thinking of her face. I was trying to think of her name. Ikumi, or affectionately called Nikumi. Okay, Nikumi. Ikumi, she was using that A5, A1 beef, whatever it was called. You remember what I'm talking about? And that whole, when she was doing her Shokugeki versus Souma way back in the day. She doggone was using this high class and she thought that wasn't good enough to win. And Souma used, if I'm not mistaken, some everyday kind of thing and pulled out the W. That's kind of where we're going here. Differently, but kind of where we're going here. He also talking about people who appreciate the culture. Hold on. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. People who understand the arts are the ones who should be able to eat. It's kind of elitist, but it's kind of not. He said true gourmet food, it greatly resembles excellent paintings, sculptures, and music. He's talking about from an artistic perspective, more than just even aesthetics. He's talking in a more refined, soulful side of it all. Okay? True art, true cuisine. The true worth of all first-rate art can only be understood by those who have a certain quality of character. That's very true, because a lot of people just view things as entertainment. It's the same thing as with the martial arts and sports. They'll look at and they're just looking for a slugfest instead of technique and other things, and the grace and the beauty and just the seeming almost majestic styles when it comes to the martial arts. Although it's deadly combat, there is some phenomenal flow. If you've ever seen Kung Fu use, karate, and just various stuff, certain boxers, for example, and the list goes on and on. Artistic sense and the proper education. And contrary to this, the rest of the people can only be grateful for what the upper classes have defined as valuable. Now, this is classist, yes, but it kind of goes along with Souma. Souma simply wants to make the food so damn good, so great, that, the regular people can just boom, oh, this is phenomenal. He wants to bring it to the lower people. Azami's like, yo, most people, the vulgar-minded, they ain't getting this junk. So, unless people can really appreciate it for its true artistic, they don't even need to be touching. They don't need to be around this kind of stuff, okay? And gather around it without fully understanding it. They think it's good. And I had said, this man is exposing these suckers, and I love it. This is my dude that I've been waiting for. Finally, no someone stopped playing games with pure entertainment and has entered the philosophical realm. That's what he did. Then you had, the ignorant, I said to this statement, these two sisters. Now, I remember them, I don't know how well you can see, but the two sisters that were in that one company, they're supposed to be that big time company. They were first showcased in the autumn election. They're back. And they did, and then one of them said this completely dumbass comment. This stupid comment. Okay. Well, thank you for letting us hear your opinion, but everything you just said is meaningless. No, it's not. See, this is what he's talking about. Yo, dumb behind is too ignorant to get the full extent of what the hell he's actually saying. And I said, this is the ignorance and stupidity. This is ignorance and stupidity at its finest. When someone can't even forge a valid argument or point, they revert to this kind of thought. That's what I deal with all the time. Honestly, it frustrates me to no end. And you can say, well, this is personal, but the whole reason it's frustrating is because you're dropping knowledge, you're dropping an actually analytical thought or comment. And people just want to say, your opinion is not valid because I don't like it. More or less. What they're saying is I can't refute what you say, so what we have here, it's just, just move along. You can't do people like that. First and foremost, it's disrespectful, it's rude. And secondly, it just shows your lack of intellect or understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to think out here. Furthermore, he goes in, and this is what really got me hyped. Dear self-proclaimed gourmet experts. Yo, that sounds exactly like something I was saying. Yo, you think you know. You put yourselves on such a pedestal. You allow others to build you up, gas up your head, and make you arrogant. Well, you become arrogant. You think you really understand this game. You really think you got a great understanding. Really. I got something for you. I wonder how many of you truly understand what a real delicacy is. Exposed. I said, how, I repeat it. How many of you understand what a real delicacy is? It's over. My hype went through the roof. Went through the sky, excuse me, when he said that. That's on some mastermind level stuff. And that's what Charles was telling me. And it's very true. This man is seeing things on a broader scale. He's seeing things on a grand scale. Okay? Another point in the chapter that really, obviously this whole thing is centered around Azami. He was the bulk of the chapter. But he brought so many points to it as to why this chapter was so hyped and why this chapter was so good. So great, in fact. And I said, yo, this man has no chill when he said this. Alright. True gourmet food is just like that. Only a select few people should, and that's what I was telling about. How he's pretty elitist and classist in this, but he has actually a valid point in it. He's talking gourmet food. He didn't just say all food, okay? He ain't on some some megalomaniac status here. He's saying if we're talking about true cuisine, only those who are about that life should be able to taste the stuff. And this is able to take the direction, the story, the direction of a possibly really good thing. And it kind of hopefully will tie into my other video that should drop before this, that deals with the future of the series, possibly. What I really hope will happen. Because that's the only thing that should be called cuisine. Everything else isn't cuisine. It's fodder. I can't even follow. Yo, look at this dude, man. Yo, that artwork on point. Sometimes some will be artwork on point. That's on point artwork. Absolutely phenomenal artwork, I gotta say. throughout this chapter. Oh yeah, the Sindawara, Natsume, and Orie. That's who this was. Nakiri Azama, Irina's biological father. And okay, something else that's not just completely Azami based. Besides, oh yeah, he gets banished. We really gotta find out why this dude get banished. His whole existence was trying to be erased. Are you serious? Why would a man's existence, even in his own childhood home, as far as a Nakiri, even Irina has to grow up under this other dude, kind of, sort of. When I think she was 10, she got taken in by this other dude, supposed to be a father figure, blah blah blah, da da da. She's shook when a zombie comes to the door, and all this falls. You know, I've seen this before, so it's depending on how they handle it. I'm not expecting too much from it. Dude's gonna want to hide that, blah blah blah. You know. Her mom, I've been wondering about these moms for a while. Souma's mom, Marina's mom, Alice's mom, you know, you name it. These moms, I've been wondering about them. But, okay, I said, Hisako, the assistant's father, shadow over. Big plays coming later, I'll take it. You must never ask about Irina-sama's father. Why is he, and this whole time, why is his face shadowed out? Why? What is the point? I think he was a big player as well. Okay? But moving on to finish up this review. Let's see. How many other points do I have to make? I think I only got a couple other points. One of them. Dang it! Where's the last one I had to make? Okay, yeah, here we go. I said, yo, I know that Pops and Vampire have had the beef, and have a history of rivalry in the past, because the way he looked. Right here, the way he looked at when he heard Yukihiro, okay, that's significant. And even this says, next issue, there's a shock at the academy with color plate, with the center color page. Him and Pops. Now, I'm pretty sure they had a clash, but I'm pretty sure there's some similarities between these two, and they got a legitimate history. Now, some are saying, you know, maybe Pops, you know, some love triangle. I don't know about all that, but it's going to be very interesting to see how he impacts the series. It's going to be very interesting to see what he's doing back. You know, what's going on? Why is he here? You know, so many questions were, well, not so many as someone make, but a few questions, and few were very important ones. And why at this specific moment did the mangaka decide to introduce him into the series, just like that? So, you know, it's very intriguing, to say the least. Overall, I think this was a 9.5, an amazing out of 10. I think this was an amazing chapter of Souma. I won't say it's a perfect chapter. You know, there's a little bit here and there. Not much plot progression, which is understandable, just not much. We got some seemingly good, decent characterization from Izami. His introduction was definitely the best in the series by far, without question. He presents a lot of elements. Plot progression, possibly. It depends on how the author wants to take it. Is this character going to be around for a little while? Is this character going to be in and out? Like, depends. So that's why plot progression is a big question mark. Pretty much no character development, because Irina, while she's shocked and surprised, it's not like we haven't seen this before, with this situation and the flashback slightly to her childhood and bringing out, she's too arrogant, she's too gassed up, and her father brings her down, and we've seen this before. Hisako tying in, it does possibly get the plot moving at an even greater pace, which is possible, but there's a lot of possibilities, but nothing concrete in that. Again, no character development, not much characterization besides what Izami's brought to the table. Now, it had so many other fine points to it, but, you know, from a more literary perspective, it didn't put forth much more than what we already know in the series. So, at this specific moment. doesn't make it what I mean. It wasn't an amazing chapter. It just was not a perfect chapter. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on Azami, Nikiri Azami, as well as, you know, we didn't get Kuga in this chapter. We, you know, where's Fake Eisen us? Eisen, however you want to say his name. Now, so many other characters, the Elite 10, the first Pretty Boy, the first seat, we didn't get none of him, and you know, it was focused on Azami, which is fine, which is absolutely, I loved it, but, you know, what's going on with the rest of the journey. So, we shall see. Alright, y'all, have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace. Will there be another review? Who knows? If another hype chapter comes like this, there's a possibility. And another chapter I really want to talk about is another possibility. Currently, I've said this, the past 2 arcs are way better, way superior in quality than what was presented in a truly hyped, uberly hyped, oh my goodness, sometimes overhyped Hellcamp arc and the Autumn Election. To each his own, and just keeping it real, ladies and gentlemen. We actually getting some legitimate characterization, character development, some legitimate plot progression, some legitimacy in actual storyline. And not just, you know, focus on a bunch of, you know, eye candy and all those other factors. The story's actually becoming legitimate over these last 2 arcs. Alright, y'all, have a beautiful day, beautiful night, peace. And this is what I wanted, by the way. For one of those wonder why I'm reading it, it's chapters like these as to why I'm reading this series. I require it.